champion and men who have to fight for boxing. It's different guys, people. Wow. Anthony, Tyson Fury should have done the same. Yes, but I don't know why Tyson Fury watch this show. Anthony go to ring, do good work. Good job. Yes. Hey, yes.
He's got absolutely no chance. I think he's going to get smashed to pieces.
Jake Paul just got knocked out in sparring, and Oleksandr Usyk didn't hold back. Usyk made it clear that Anthony Joshua is on another level, and that Jake Paul is not a real boxer. With this kind of performance, December is looking like a very, very long night for Paul.
Last fight, it's great. Because Anthony is Olympic champion, Francis Ngannou, it's second fight for boxing. Listen.
Jake Paul's words may sound tough, but the reality of his sparring session tells a different story. After taking a harsh beating from Usyk, it's obvious confidence alone won't save him. The gap in skill, timing, and experience is becoming impossible to ignore. December's fight is shaping up to be far more one-sided than Jake imagines.
Genuinely sorry. Like, I want to apologize in advance because I know the emotional turmoil you're going to go through. You're going to go into hiding. That's who you are. You love to go and hide. And so that's what's going to happen.
Carl Frampton says it bluntly. Anthony Joshua is in a completely different class. Watching Jake Paul's training, it's obvious he struggles under even light pressure. Every punch shakes him. There's no composure, no control. Age's power and experience will be overwhelming. This fight will be one-sided from the opening bell, a brutal reality check for Paul.
Doesn't harm
AJ. I don't think it does harm.
Why?
Because I just think he goes in, if it's a real fight, he'd go and blow him away and around. That's the end.
What if he doesn't do him in a round?
David Benavidez reminds everyone why Anthony Joshua dominates the heavyweight division. Jake Paul lacks the fundamentals and experience needed to survive. His sparring mistakes are huge and costly. Joshua's precision, power, and timing will punish every error. This fight isn't about hype, it's about skill. And Joshua holds every advantage.
Anthony Joshua is Anthony Joshua. You know, he's multiple-time champion, Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? The last time somebody stepped in the ring with him that didn't have that much boxing experience was Ngannou, and you've seen what happened to him.
Gareth A. Davies gives the clearest reality check of all. Jake Paul has zero real heavyweight experience, and it shows even in controlled sparring. Joshua's size, speed, and knockout power are terrifying for someone so unprepared. Fans who think this is competitive are dreaming. Joshua will dominate every exchange, while Paul will be fighting just to stay upright.
That's the biggest issue with the fight. You know, let's be fair. Jake Paul is an area level fighter, British area level fighter. That's where he's at as a cruiserweight. He's stepping in against a very big heavyweight who's a massive puncher. Just go back to the second fight with Oleksandr Usyk. Look how great Oleksandr Usyk has become. And you go back and look at some of the highlights of Joshua's attacks on Usyk and gave him a real...
Derek Chisora highlights what everyone can see. Jake Paul is out of his depth. His sparring shows he gets rattled easily and folds under pressure. Joshua will not hold back. Paul has no answer for that level of aggression. This won't be a show, it will be a painful lesson in why power, skill, and experience always beat hype.
Easy fight for him. And I think this should be laid to rest because I don't think AJ's going to go in and try and pat. AJ's going to smoke.
Logan Paul himself admits Joshua's physical and technical edge is frightening. Jake is facing someone built to dominate heavyweights. Watching Jake struggle even in simple drills makes the mismatch obvious. Every punch from Joshua will carry destructive power that Jake cannot handle. This fight will expose the gap between real boxing skill and internet fame.
Anthony Joshua's 6'6".
Okay.
My brother's 6 foot. This is a guy who is already perfect. Like, if you could sculpt like a perfect gladiator human being, it's Anthony Joshua.
Duke McKenzie sums it up. Jake Paul might be flashy online, but inside the ring he looks fragile. His sparring shows he lacks composure and real technique. Joshua will control the entire fight with ease, landing clean. Powerful shots while Paul struggles to respond. There's no debate. This is Joshua's fight to win, and it will look easy.
So, you know what? I need to get my fighter a couple of easy ones just to get his confidence back so he can bring him back to the fore, bring him back to everybody's imagination. Everybody sees him knocking somebody out, looking good doing it. So this guy's made for Anthony Joshua. It'll be another Ngannou early night for Joshua, where he gets.
Sam Jones points out the obvious danger. Jake Paul's lack of defense and timing is clear in sparring. Joshua's power is brutal and accurate, a deadly combination. One mistake from Paul could end the fight instantly. This won't be entertainment. It will be a cold demonstration of how far Paul is from true heavyweight skill.
We can all joke, but nobody wants any permanent damage to happen to Jake Paul. But if Anthony Joshua hits Jake Paul with the right hand he hit Francis Ngannou with, he could brown.
Logan Paul doubles down. Jake has never faced a real knockout artist like Anthony Joshua. His fundamentals aren't there. His sparring looks shaky. Joshua's precision will shut down Jake's confidence immediately. Any illusion of competitiveness will disappear the moment the first punch lands. This is real boxing, not social media hype.
The Joshua thing is crazy.
Is that a real conversation?
Jake's a fucking lunatic, and it's probably real. I saw Joshua knock out Francis Ngannou, and the guy was like out cold for 5 minutes. And this is a guy who had never been knocked down, let alone knocked out.
If he steps in the ring with him, and actually a bell rings and there are punches thrown, every bit of Jake Paul is not a real boxer conversation is gone forever.
Tiny Jeff says it all. Joshua is the complete package. Jake Paul's power is ordinary compared to true heavyweights. Watching Jake spar, his footwork, defense, and timing all fall apart under pressure. Joshua's experience and technique make this a massive mismatch.
Jake Paul is going to win this fight by knockout. You would think I'm absolutely crazy, right? But the thing is, it can happen. 10-ounce gloves, heavyweight, Jake Paul can punch hard. But do I think that's going to happen? Absolutely not, mate. Anthony Joshua is an absolute beast, an unbelievable, highly skilled, highly trained, highly experienced professional boxer with power in.
God help Jake Paul, that's all I can say. We saw that what Anthony Joshua had done to Francis Ngannou. He went out there and iced him in a couple of rounds. A guy coming from a different discipline. Well, this kid's coming from another level, you know, white collar boxing in 2018, gone through the mill, and the only boxer really that he's actually boxed, a legitimate boxer he got beat by, and that was in Tommy Fury.
Because if Anthony Joshua puts 10-ounce gloves on and gets in a boxing ring and Jake Paul is in the other corner, this won't last long. This will last as long as Josh wants it to last.
Expect domination. Skill always beats hype. Mentally, Joshua is calm, focused, and ready. Jake, on the other hand, looks overconfident yet vulnerable. Fans should expect a masterclass from Joshua, and an easy night for the former champion. Whose side are you on in this matchup? Drop your answer in the comments and join the debate.
No, I don't back Jake Paul. That means, what is that you're doing? He has to smoke him in 3 rounds. The same way he did in Ngannou. How many rounds was in Ngannou?
2, second round.
Exactly. So yes.
So you think this could be dangerous for Jake Paul?
Oh my goodness, without a doubt. Now the governing bodies now have got to look at this. Would they sanction this fight in any other dimension? No, they wouldn't. But unfortunately, boxing is now more business than show. And this is business. And so the sanctioning bodies aren't going to say, no, this kid doesn't deserve to be.
AJ's a massive favourite. He's a natural heavyweight, 2-time world champion, Olympic gold medalist. We all seen him. He can punch, he can bang. You see what he done to Ngannou. Jake Paul, I don't think he's had amateur experience. He's had 12 fights, I think, as a...
Of his career, if he wants to get 100 million and not even break sweat, you know, you take the fight. Is it going to enhance his stock as the world's #1 contender? Not at all, because nobody's going to take Jake Paul seriously. But on the other hand, I don't even want to play devil's advocate. What if Joshua seriously hurts this guy, and puts this guy in hospital?